Well, look what we've got here. Look what the cat dragged in. It's Al-TURD Beast. Sega's 1988, I'm not going to say classic, their beat-em-up that, came out on everything. There was a load of conversions to the micros. Can you believe it came out on the NES? And it befouled everyone's Sega Mega Drive if they were an early adopter before the Sonic pack. You would have got this with it because for some reason Sega hated you. Why is it so bad? Well, the kick's too short. If you miss collecting one of the energy orbs off of the dogman, the white dog there, as you can see on the screen, then you have to do the whole level again if you only miss one of them. And I do that twice. So it's one where, there you go, I've missed that dog, look. The way it moves, the controls, it's just awful. What an awful game. I'm secretly pleased that we got it though, because it actually plays into last week's Genital Facts, so that's good. Not going to get to that yet though. So yes, it was a Sega game. It befouled every single Sega collection that they ever released afterwards. It was on all of them. All the Mega Drive collections would have to have Al-TURD Beast on it. It was so annoying. I remember when the Mega Drive Mini came out, I was like, I'm gonna play Revenge of Shinobi. No, that's on the Mega Drive Mini too, isn't it? Because I had to put this piece of garbage on it. I don't know. I don't get it. I will never understand. A lot of people have got good nostalgia for it, but that is entirely nostalgia goggles. I refuse to believe anyone enjoys playing this. It somehow plays even worse now than it did back then. Controls are terrible. Once you turn into a beast, it becomes like an awful lot easier. But even collecting the white orbs don't give you back your health, even though you've had to do the level again. If you collect extra orbs, it's stupid. Bad game design, poor game. Real generic demon. I don't thank you, but I do admire you for picking it because it helps me with the Genital Facts, so thanks very much. But yeah, so if you wanted to join in the Retro Tech 120p challenge, I didn't get that bit at the start, did I? It is basically a load of old farts playing old games, pretty much. So you can have as many practice goes as you want, but as soon as you press record, that is your recorded run. 2 credits. Thank you very much. Upload that to the old Facebook. We will thank you for it, and then you may pick something to go on the wheel and maybe get your game picked the following week. Lovely. So, moving on to the Genital Facts then. Right. So the first one I want to talk to you about is silly old Sensuous. Because we're doing Greek gods and how creepy and pervy they were. And silly old Sensuous, she wasn't a god, but she thought her daughter was quite pretty, her daughter being Mira. So she claimed that Mira was prettier than Aphrodite. Now, Aphrodite, she's a very prideful sort, and let me tell you, a very good-looking young lady, and she likes that. So rather than block her on Instagram, she decided to turn her into a lustful being for her own dad. Yeah, that's a punishment, isn't it? She couldn't resist trying to bone her dad. So she was simultaneously horrified by the idea, but also wanted those daddy issues to be worked out all over her face. So she tried to bone him while pretending to be her mum at night time. He was like, surprisingly, seeing as this is a Greek myth, he was like, no, leave the house now. Stop trying to get my dick wet with your daughterly sludge. And out she was sent. And she obviously took this badly. It's not her fault. So she ran away and prayed for help to the gods. Don't know why she's asking them. They've not been much help so far in her life, have they? And they decided to turn her into a tree. Yeah. A tree that was quite sexy, though, because it gave birth to Adonis, one of the, obviously, most handsome men. So, yeah, I don't know how. I didn't read how the tree gave birth to Adonis. I don't know if someone had sex with the tree. Probably. But yes, that's fact 1. Fact 2, Zeus turned himself into an animal. Again, if you've seen the Magic Sword video, you know he likes doing that to have sex with women. This time he turned into a bull. He basically went up to the very lovely lady Europa, who just wanted to stroke him as a bull. But he hoiked her onto his back with his lack of arms. Don't ask me how, none of this makes sense. And he then swam to Crete. Again, as a bull. Not famed for being able to swim large distances, but there we go. There, he made the queen of Crete. That's all right. But he boned her a load of times and made her have kids. He's a dick, isn't he? So much of a dick that we go on to the next point. While on one of his missions of lust, Zeus decided to draw a huge cloud over his lusty activities so wife Hera couldn't see. She wasn't buying that. She was on him that night. And so when this didn't work, she turned his fancy piece, poor old Io, into a heifer. Sorry, he turned his fancy piece, Io, into a heifer because he wanted to disguise her. Sounds like a really horrible sitcom. Hera decided to play along, knowing full well his machinations, and so she pretended that she wanted that cow because it was so beautiful. So she took it. So this annoyed Zeus because he couldn't get his end away, so he tortures poor old Io by having her stung by a gadfly for the rest of her days after imprisoning her and having her looked at by the many-eyed Argus. Poor old Io, and what a dick, once again, that this fella Zeus is. And so we'll finish off with a sort of roundup of how Zeus might be the big lusty dick that he is that seems to have no morals. It's probably something to do with his mixed up genetics. You see, there's so much incest in his family. Uranus was the son and husband of Gaia. They had 12 kids, 2 of them married, Inria and Kronos. And they had kids, so we're already 2 generations down, and things are going a bit wrong. The 2 that married were Zeus and Hera. Why not? Keep it in the family. Incest is best. But Zeus also boned his other sister, Demeter. And they had the daughter, I hate saying his name, Persephone? Persephone? Set me straight, people like Generation Pixel who know this Greek stuff. It's all Greek to me. Bum. Is that a good line to finish? Probably not. So yes, hope this explains it all. Basically, Greek mythology, all it is the classical literature equivalent of the Jeremy Kyle show. And my go is about to come to an end. And I'm glad I didn't talk a lot about this game, because I'd say swear words. Am I being a bit too much about it? I don't know. Yeah, no, it is bad. It's not, when you think about Sega's heritage, it's not their best, is it? Let's be honest. But yes, please have a look at some of the other videos. Someone will get further than that because they won't have to go around twice each level. My own fault. But I reckon someone will get up to level 4 at least. So yeah, definitely worth watching someone else for their gameplay. Their gameplay will be better than my gameplay. But yeah, please join in next time. But until then, go and have a look at the other facts on the Magic Sword video. Like, subscribe, and thanks, bye.